Live get together here on Birds 365 on a Eagles game day. We haven't had a chance to say that yet. Glad to be doing so today. The Mac guys, McMullen and McDonald here with you. The other guy I've been getting used to working with as a co-host did a tremendous job. We'll continue to do so when Johnny Mac's got to head down to Eagle practice. Jeff Kerr from CBS, good enough to jump on as a guest today. We've never had you on as a guest, have we? No, we had at least
I've been
one.
on. Yeah, I've been on a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, then you know how to do this too. Go ahead, take McMullen's side that the league is so bereft of offensive talent. Andre Dillard would be scooped up in a millisecond. If the Eagles made him available.
I literally just had a talk with my boss no less than an hour ago, who is a Giants fan, and said, can the Eagles give us Andre Dillard? Can they give us Matt Pryor? Can they give us somebody?
Exactly.
He said, you guys don't need 11, 12 offensive linemen on that football team. He said, give us one. I said, nah, I like you in your misery, and I like your quarterback in misery. So it all works. The Miami Dolphins, another team, they desperately need offensive linemen.
The Minnesota Vikings, everybody, there's 15 stinking teams in this league, as I said, that wake up every day and say, could you please find me a left tackle? Andre Dillard is going to be here, but even if he wasn't, even if they wanted to move him, they could trade him. They could get something for him. Jeff, tell Jody I'm not crazy.
I will say this, and I've been very disappointed with Andre Dillard. He's probably still a top 20 left tackle in the National Football League. That's how bad it is. There are some bad left tackles I have watched over the last couple years. Eagles are fortunate that they drafted a guy in the 7th round, traded up into the draft to get him, and developed him. I think the biggest hire for the Eagles this offseason, honestly, was keeping Jeff Stoutland.
Let me ask you this, and this is for John, but Jeff, I want you to chime in too. One of the guys that has owned Dillard in preseason practice is Barnett. Is it that Barnett's been that good, or that Dillard has been that bad, Johnny Mac?
Barnett's been very good. You know, I kind of bring up, I think it's ironic, Jeff just brought up Jeff Stoutland. And Jeff, I probably told you guys earlier in the show, Jeff hates one-on-one drills because it's all geared for the defensive line. There's no threat of a run. There's no threat of a draw. There's no threat you're going to do something else. So it's, especially at left tackle, right tackle, guys on an island. You should be winning those reps as a defensive end. Now, Josh Sweat has been amazing. He beats everybody, basically. So when you get a stalemate with Josh Sweat, you count it as a win. Derek Barnett's been very good. Yes, Jordan Mailata's been much better in individual drills than Andre Dillard. That's what caught everybody's eye. But I will say this. If you watch the first 3 years, really, of Jordan Mailata's career, if you judged it on one-on-one reps and how Joe Osman, and Jordan will admit this to you, beat him like a drum on a daily basis, you wouldn't think he should be here. And now everybody's got him getting fitted for a giant gold jacket in Canton, and they're jumping the gun. My point is, individual drills are not that important. Jeff Stoutland doesn't think they're that important. But yes, this particular year, Jordan Mailata has been very much better than Andre Dillard at individual drills. That always hasn't been the case in the past, though. So you should be thrilled that the Eagles look at other things if you're a Jordan Mailata fan.
Just 12 months ago, I was wondering Jordan Mailata was even going to be on this team.
So was Jeff Stoutland.
Exactly. And that's what I was going by. I'm like, okay, he's getting known by Joe Osman, as you point out, John. He's doesn't really have that much game. I don't even think he played the regular season game, except that one game where I guess Doug Pearson teased he was going to be like a tank back or something. I forget what that whole situation was about. But overall, I'm like, okay, what's this guy's future in the NFL? Like, are they going to really be that patient with him, especially if Andre Dillard is going to be the left tackle? I mean, they had to move Jason Pierce over to left tackle because Pierce had all the cards in his deck. He just wasn't ready yet. So Jordan Mailata, once he finally got on the football field and showed a little bit of that potential, that's when I think it all started to come together for him. But overall, it's just that, I'm not ready to put the gold jacket on the guy yet, but I think he's going to be a top 10 left tackle in this league, over time, maybe even this year. But back to the Derek Barnett thing. Barnett's been good. It's not like I think people are. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess they're overanalyzing it. Like, oh, Josh Sweat has been leaps and bounds above Derek Barnett. Well, Josh Sweat's probably been the best player in camp, not named Jordan Mailata. And it's not like Derek Barnett's been a slouch here. It's just they're just really good pass rushers, and it's great for the Eagles to have two guys like that. And they have a future when Brandon Graham ultimately decides he gets old or decides to hang him up.
All right, I asked this question of John earlier, and I'm interested in your take too, Jeff. Tonight, Nick Sirianni calls his first play for the Philadelphia Eagles. It will be the most important thing that he does. Fans overstep the analysis of play calling. John correctly pointed out, they really don't even understand or know play calling. They judge results. Doug Peterson was the coach in 2017. He was the coach in 2020. In between, he didn't take stupid pills. He looked great in 2017, putting up almost a 40 spot in the Super Bowl, and it was bad enough to get him fired at the end of 2020. So it's an overstatement. But the results don't matter at all tonight, other than us getting a taste of what Nick Sirianni is all about and what kind of offense he's going to run. What are we going to see out of him as a play caller tonight, Jeff?
Well, I want to see him run the football a little bit more. I know that's cliche, but I kind of want to see a little bit of the passes, the running backs. Like that. I don't think we're going to see anything much. Like it's going to be very vanilla. This is where I kind of wish Devonta Smith was here because I kind of want to see how they would use him or get a little bit of a teaser how they use him. Personally, I would love to see a Jalen Hurts deep ball or two because his deep ball has been good in camp, and I kind of want them to use Jalen Reagor in the slot a bit. I'm more interested in where players are going to be. Like, is Jalen Reagor going to be in the slot more? Are they going to put him outside? Are they going to play Quez Watkins a lot more? Your boy Greg Ward, Jody, how are they going to utilize him after Miles Sanders? How are they going to rotate the backs? Are they going to use that 21 speed that Sirianni talked about earlier? I want to look at the zone blocking techniques they're going to use. Are they going to use any RPOs in tonight's game? I'm more interested in where people are going to be lined up, and will that be a teaser for the season?
All right, let's take it to the other side of the ball then, Jeff. What are you looking for from Jonathan Gannon, who has been the second coming in training camp? This defense has looked phenomenal. If it keeps going the way it's going, by the way, Jonathan Gannon's going to be a one-and-done guy, maybe, if this defense turns out to be as good as it has been in training camp. Now, I don't think it is going to be that good. So we have this chicken and egg kind of dilemma, causality dilemma. Is the defense really that good, or has the offense just struggled that much?
I think the defense is pretty good too. And I will say this, any leak in the pipe, they seem to patch this offseason with Steven Nelson, Ryan Kerrigan, Eric Wilson. I actually think the Eagles linebacking core is the best it's been in years. And I know that's a low bar right now, but Davion Taylor basically having a good camp confirmed that. If he was going to be your starting linebacker, and McMullen, you probably know this, it looked like he would have been if he didn't get hurt, but you still have Alex Singleton on there. It's not like Jannard Avery's a slouch at line. I think the Eagles listed him as like the first team Sam linebacker.
Yeah,
I was pretty intrigued by, who knows how they're going to line him up there. But overall, I just want to see I don't want to see blitzes. I just want to see a pass rush and get to the corner. They can get to the quarterback, and I want to see the cornerbacks, just kind of break up plays a little bit. I don't think we're going to see Darius Slay that much or Steven Nelson. So I'm more interested in how the Milton Williamses and the Zach McPhersons of the world do. But overall, I want to see if it's going to be more zone, more man. I have a feeling it's going to be more zone. I kind of want to see the cornerbacks pressed up a little more against the receivers, but I don't think Gannon's going to tip his hand at anything tonight.
All right, since I have to get out a couple minutes early, I'm going to be a jerk ahead of time to both you two guys, I'll apologize. Let me get out in front and apologize to both of you two gentlemen, but I still want the question answered anyway. Tonight in the press box, window open or window down. And if the window is open, a lot of hot air coming in, they want the air conditioning on. I understand. If it were me, they asked me, I would say, put that window down. I want the AC. Thank you very much. It's going to be 91 degrees at kickoff. I checked the temperature. Good luck to you guys. If the window is down, does that mean you guys are working indoors? And will you be donning your masks while sitting indoors? Because Pennsylvania just went to indoor mask mandates, and the Eagles said they're following suit. They expect their fans inside to have their masks on. Now you're sitting outside at your seat, no mask necessary. You're going to be in the press box, and the window down designates inside or outside. Kerr and McMullen, will you have your masks ready?
McMullen can answer for tonight. Next week, I will be wearing my mask. And here's my superstition here. So I'm a competitive bowler. I used to average 205. I've been averaging 217 since I've been wearing the mask inside my local bowling alley all the time. So the mask I am trained to wear that mask for 4+ hours. So I'm good.
By the way, Jeff, before I answer that question, and I know I got to answer it, did you know Nick Fierro, who was on the Eagles beat for a long time? Now, he used to be a pro bowler. He used to be a professional bowler.
So I got a funny Nick Fierro story. One of the guys I bowl with on Monday night, who I hang out with a lot, bowls with Nick in the summer. So I get to hear plenty of Nick Fierro stories about when he screws up or when he gets mad. I'm like, I would love to see Nick Fierro just throw something out of bowling alley right now. I told him I'm going to come one Sunday or one Monday night. I think they bowl in the summer and just bust his chops. And I don't think he's going to look forward to it too much.
So it's good. We got another top tier bowler. So we're going to have our great Eagles bowling league. But as far as masks, we've already been told we got to wear them, Jody. Eagles press box is like a Las Vegas casino. We don't have an option. The windows are closed. They don't want us jumping out. We're not like Merrill, who can open the window to get some kind of atmosphere. That thing is closed. Now, today it's awesome because I'm going to be in the air conditioned, but the mask has got to be on. We have no option.
You will be wearing your mask throughout. All right. You guys did it last year going to games. The Eagles had some people in the stands. Everybody is so pumped to be able to go back to a football game if you haven't been there, if you didn't get in to one of the games last year. But the fact is, it is still an exhibition game. I asked you, Johnny Mac, the other night when they announced the attendance at the Eagles live practice, 25,000. I saw some video. I saw some stills. Didn't look like 25,000 to me. How many people are actually going to be sitting there end of the first quarter? Which, by the way, that is exactly when you need to judge the attendance for a game. I have done my research on this over the years. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Before the break, when people got to go and get a run and get a beer and go to the bathroom, whatever, you need to do your observation of the stadium with 1 minute to go in the first quarter to get your true attendance. When you do that tonight, McMullen, how many people are going to be in the stands for the Eagles?
That's a good question because we didn't have preseason football. The bands weren't allowed. There were a few bands for that very short period. So I think people are a little bit hyped up, but I thought there were going to be more people at the open practice for that reason, and there weren't. I don't know. I think most people show up at the beginning. So I'm going to say 55,000 early, and then people start to leave as they start to see second team people.
Did the Eagles do like the Phillies where it's paid attendance? Because I know
they do. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I know a bunch of season ticket holders that the only reason they're going is because they can't sell these tickets. So they're going to go and they'll probably stay for the first half or however long Jalen Hurts is in. And I think the Phillies playing at 1 may help too. If it wasn't so hot out, it'd be a nice day to do a doubleheader.
Yeah, that's one of the things, Jody, real quick. I mean, the one of the bad things about the NFL, all these teams bundle preseason tickets with regular season games, and they force you to buy them, which is terrible, but it is what it is.
Everybody's done that. The last team to fall prey who made individual preseason tickets available, last team was?
No idea.
Jets held out the longest. And then they, like the other 31 teams, said, oh, no, you buy season tickets. That includes both preseason games. And this year for the Jets, it's only one because they got a home game because they got the extra 17th game because they're in the AFC. But I digress. I need a prediction out of both of you two guys. I made mine earlier. Greg Ward, 3 catches, over 18 yards, and 2 RPOs tonight. It might be only one Jalen Hurts. McMahon thinks it could be Flacco with the other one. I think it's going to be Nick Mullins. So I'm already on the record for a couple of predictions. I need one prediction out of each of you. Make it whatever you want. Final score, somebody getting X amount of stats. But I need a prediction from each of you on tonight's game. Jeff, go first.
Oh, God. I'm going to probably get a lot of flack for this. I say Jalen Reagor catches a bomb tonight. I don't know why I think that, but I've been doing bold predictions all week, so let's do a bold one. And what's the other one I'll go with? I should go defense right now, but I kind of want to go offense. It was funny because before they waived injured Michael Walker, I was going to say Michael Walker was going to have a big night, but I'll go really bold. Marcus Michelle gets a catch.
Marcus Michelle
just showed up.
Well, he's got it. Yeah, he's going to play. I'm going to go more existential. I'm going to say Philadelphia. I already said one of these. Philadelphia is going to fall in love with Tyree Jackson, and they're going to fall in love with Milton Williams. One on each side of the ball.
There you go. Good prediction out of you guys. Jeff Kerr, thank you much. Enjoyed the game tonight. I guess I'll get you a couple of days next week. Looking forward to it. Johnny Mack, you're coming back with Joe Krause, correct?
Correct. Joe Krause to finish the show. Jody, have fun on CBS.
I plan on doing that, and John and I will be back mañana after we get to see how our Eagle predictions worked out. And none of us predicted the final score of the game. That's how important tonight's game is. But we will be back. John is coming back with Joe Krause next. Thanks for watching Birds 365.
Today's show on the JAKIB Media channel. Listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.